Oh, hi. Welcome to 5 Minutes of Torah with the BI Rabbi. I'm Rabbi Adam Stein in my living room. And here is Eli Stein, who is cleaning up the living room.
Hello.
We have our area of toys and books. We have our Eli's notebook from school for learning Hebrew. We're all in the same boat for Noah's Ark. Rabbi Zachary Shapiro, LA, former colleague of mine. We have Where the Wild Things Are in Hebrew, great book. And I've been thinking about learning, I've been thinking about teachers as my kids, so many kids have been going through remote learning for these weeks and weeks and weeks that we've been at home. And the New York Times on Sunday did this great spread here, and I was really just drawn by a great artist drew these pictures of teachers and the experiences that they described as they wrote in to the newspaper, the experiences that they've been having trying to teach children through this difficult period. One teacher in Chicago said, not being there for my seniors, for the grade 12s, not seeing their faces in person, not supporting them through their last year of high school, it's weighed on me immensely. I will most likely not see them again. Imagine teaching a group of 17 and 18-year-olds for 7.5 months and then never seeing them again, even at graduation, because the graduation itself is on Zoom. When those last 2 or 3 months of school should have been the most meaningful and impactful. There was another teacher in here from Pennsylvania where my wife grew up, and Rabbi Infeld and Rabbi Lissa grew up. This teacher said, lots of my kids are home alone, and now they're taking care of their younger siblings, or their parents have lost jobs, or they just don't have internet. And now the kids are breaking down. Parents are starting to reach out to me and tell me that kids need a sense of connectivity. I'm just trying to be there for them. I'm just trying to be there for them, she says. My little one, Gabriel. In the Torah portion this week on Saturday morning, we'll read about counting the Levites. It's another census. We had a census at the beginning of the book of Bamidbar, and we have another one. This is counting the people in the Levitical clan who do the work in the tabernacle and later on the temple. The medieval commentator Barbanel, he asks these great questions of each Parashat. In this one, he asks, why was Moses told to take a census of the Gershonites, that's one of the children of Levi? Only now he's asked to take this counting after the Kohathites, another child of Levi, when in Genesis chapter 46, verse 11, we're plainly told that Gershon was the older brother. So why does he have to go second? His question is answered by the commentators, Bechor Shor and Chizkuni and Barbanel himself. They say that we know that Gershon was the oldest of the sons of Levi, but with regards to the sacred duties, Kohat or Kehat comes first, since the most important tasks were theirs. And that's why Moses is told to take a census of the Gershonites also. It says, Nasso et Rosh B'nai Gershon, Gam Hem, also them. So do not refrain from counting them just because they transport their burdens on wagons rather than on their shoulders. Teachers carry a burden, a huge burden, and it's on wagons with all their stuff, and it's on their shoulders, and it's every single day. And we need to honor them, honor our teachers, as they honor their students by working so hard to give them quality education, even during this terrible time. Our local Jewish day schools have done such wonderful work in adapting to teaching our children in these strange and difficult times, especially VTT, where my kids go next door to our synagogue, as their new head of school, Emily Greenberg, and her great staff and faculty have done so much. And King David High School, too, Rabbi Infeld and I and many other rabbis just taught for their Shavuot Tikkun, as we did for VTT. And Richmond Jewish Day School, where many of our families go, and also Shalheaven and VHA. All of these schools, all these 5 schools came together recently to raise money for Jewish education in the Lower Mainland, for all of them. And coming together instead of being divided like competing schools are sometimes, it says something about our community. As does the support that our Hebrew school has received from the Jewish Federation of Greater Vancouver. And that's to say nothing of all the teachers in other private schools and in public schools doing so much around Vancouver and the Lower Mainland, everyone trying to teach even as there's distance between us. And the last teachers that I want to mention are the amazing teachers that we have in our Hebrew school under the guidance of the amazing Rabbi David Blumen, who learned Zoom so quickly so that he could teach Zoom to our teachers so that they could reach out to our students and teach them. Let's make sure that as the school year comes to a close, we honor the teachers in our community, give them the great amount of honor and respect that they deserve. This coming Sunday, we have an open house for our Hebrew school. You can look on our website, bethisrael.ca, and read about it. Tell your friends and family who might be looking for a new Hebrew school. They can learn directly online, of course, on Zoom, this Sunday about our Hebrew school and the wonderful things that we do. And let's thank and honor teachers everywhere. Eli, you love your teachers, right? Yeah. Thank you to all teachers, and I wish you a Shabbat Shalom, and see you this Friday and Saturday for Shabbat as we read Parashat Nasso.